Once we cover the gravel with some dirt, just enough dirt to hold the cloth down, keep this side open here. We're gonna put, well, what I did was I'm gonna put a board across like I did on this one. So this one is a little over 18 foot, so I had to splice two boards together. You could use any kind of wood. Cedar is preferred because it's harder. Now, how did I splice a board straight? I just cut the two ends, and then I laid them both on my garage floor, so they were both flat because my garage floor is flat. And then I just took a 2x4 and clamped it to them and then screwed it in. It's not a perfect cut. There's a little bit of a gap there, but it happens. And then I went and cut the edges at a 45 there and there. And then all I had to do was just set the board down here, and then I looked at it to make sure it's straight, and look at how straight that is. Whoo doggy, that is perfectly straight. So that's nice. And it had a bit of a sag. You can tell if it's sagging. There's really no sag right now, but it was sagging. So all I did was put a little board under it so it's nice and straight. These are just like metal, like goat fencing that I got from Harbor Freight. They're really cheap, and that's why I'm using these for this, because I wanted to use these for something else and they were just too weak. So I cut these in half. So probably the majority of this is going to go in the ground with about 6 inches sticking up. And then I needed a little more, so I grabbed 2 extra stakes that I'll screw in. So I'll show you how I'm going to connect those once I pound it in. So I don't want to really move this board, okay? It's gonna be like this, but yeah, I gotta be very careful to not, because it's 6 inches. So these blocks are 6 inches and this board is 6 inches. So the top of this board is gonna be perfectly flush with this top piece. For fasteners, I decided to use carriage bolts. Those are galvanized carriage bolts, and they, I think they're 3-inch long by 3/16 thickness. And I just used those. I used 2 of those per stake, and it ended up working very well. I was going to use those for something else, so it worked out that I had them on hand to use. And I'm just going to go ahead and fast forward through this because it's just kind of boring. I'm just talking about screwing everything in and what I used. You could probably use, for those wood stakes, you could probably just use triple coat galvanized deck screws. That would probably work. 2 of them per stake if you're using just cedar stakes. So those wood stakes I have there are cedar. If you're wondering what kind of wood I'm using there, I say I'm using cedar later, but from here it looks like it is like green. It looks like it is treated, but I do later say that it's cedar, so I'm not quite sure. Now I'm like kind of doubting myself what kind of wood it is. I do say it's cedar. This is for a garden, so like personally I wouldn't really recommend, I don't really recommend too much using treated lumber for garden. They do say it's safe, but yeah, it does look, it looks green, okay? Looks green from here, but I don't know, I say that it's not. It was kind of old and sitting for a while and got pretty dirty and stuff. So I don't know if that's why it looks greenish, if it's some kind of, if the phone is doing that, but looking at it from now, it does not look green outside right now. In case you're wondering why I decided to use the wood for the backing and not additional blocks, I'm using this for a garden, and the blocks are like almost a foot wide, so that would eat into my garden. I'd lose a whole foot, 1 foot by 18 foot, so I'd lose a whole practically 18 square feet of garden space if I used more blocks. And plus you have the added expense of the blocks, and then you have to level the blocks, dig a trench, make sure they're level and don't settle and all that stuff. It's just a massive, it just seemed like a massive headache in my mind to do blocks on the upside end of this. So I thought it would be nice to have like a little bit of a slightly raised bed garden using just wood. And you'll see how I do the wood, where it makes it look like the wood is a lot more heavy duty than it actually is. You'll see in the next step. This part here is interesting. I'm using the hammer as kind of like a lever there to lift up that board a little bit so that I can keep that perfectly level throughout the whole length. I hammered some extra posts in the ground, and now I'm ready to start screwing some 2x4s on top. That's to help prevent it from bowing, and then to give the illusion of a thicker, bigger board. And this is cedar right here. This is some scrap cedar that I had. So it doesn't match perfectly. I might power wash that and it'll look pretty close. So I'm just gonna line this one end up flush. And then I'm using decking screws here. These are galvanized, or what are these? Triple coated screws. So then I could reuse these screws eventually. Okay. I'm not gonna put as many in here because I'm gonna put, when I put a second layer on, I'm gonna use 3.5-inch screws, and they'll go through both. So I already cut these ends so that these will butt up pretty nice. This is some reclaimed cedar that I got. I laid down the second layer. One thing to note is I did stagger the ends. And now I'm using 3.5 screws so they go in there. And then now what I'm going to do is, I only screwed them in on the inside edge. I got to put some screws on the outside edge. So I'm going to go back and put these smaller ones. I don't have any shorter screws, so these will be Oh, it looks like it'd be just about perfect. Last step, putting down some weed block. And I'm going to put it along this edge here. Okay, the purpose of that is to prevent the moist soil microbes from being right up against the wood, help to make the wood last longer. I don't know how much longer it'll last, but I need to do an experiment. I should do an experiment on that. Maybe I could do this one without the weed block, and I built another one first with the weed block. Be interesting to see if it lasts longer. Oh well, I'm putting it in there anyways because I didn't show, but it's not very difficult to put in. I just set it in there, and this is it's just a 3-foot roll of non-woven. I don't know if I said this already, but the wood at the bottom is aged a little bit, so the wood at the top will match that. Right here you can see that it pretty much matches, and they had the same problem there. If this video helped you, please help me by liking and subscribing, and don't forget, if you have any questions, please comment below, and if if your wall is better than my wall, let me know in the comments. Thank you.